Hey guys, my name is Rosita and welcome to If You Can Speak, You Can Sing the Pitch Edition. So I'm just going to wait for a couple more minutes to see some people coming up and we'll start shortly. All right, guys. Hello. So it's 6 o'clock. It is time to start. Welcome again. You guys are here early. My name is Rosita. I am your go-to vocal and language coach here on TakeLessons.com. So today is actually a part of a brand new series called If You Can Speak, You Can Sing. And every other week, I'm going to do a free live webinar for all of you guys talk about specifics on singing, such as breathing, how to improve pitch, which is actually our topic for today, and also confidence. So, all you guys, if you are any questions, just all you have to do is just type your questions below, or submit them, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay. All right, so let's get started. So a little bit of my background. I've been teaching vocals and teaching languages for over 10 years. And really singing is the only thing that I actually really had confidence in. And, you know, it really brought a lot of blessing into my life. It helped me to gain confidence, not only like for my career, and also being an entrepreneur, but also it helped me as a person. Definitely helped me have confidence in myself. So I've taught for LAUSD. I've taught in after-school programs. I've done, I've done on tours. I've done the whole shebang. I currently compose music for small anime projects, and I coach professional singers as well. those are really, really, really fun. But the thing is, during my journey of singing and pursuing this my music career, I met a lot of people that that wanted to sing but didn't believe that they could. And that was actually one of the motivations why I really focused more onto coaching, onto teaching on how people how to sing or improve their singing. And they say, well, I don't have the talent, or I'm tone deaf. There are so many misconceptions about singing that really stops people to do what they like. A lot of people say, I love to sing, but my sister tells me to be quiet all the time, or people tell me I can't sing. Well, I am here, guys, to tell you, if you can speak, you can sing. I remember in high school, okay, and they told me that I could not sing. And granted, my mom put me through singing classes in Massachusetts, and but yeah, all through high school, it's like, yeah, no. Even people who I thought had like bad, voices got to solo, so I didn't understand. But you have to be consistent with it, guys. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you. All right, clear out all the misconceptions, telling you the truth, break it down as much as possible, and also, most importantly, I want you guys to have fun and relax. All right, shall we get started? Okay, so let's talk about first of all what actually is singing. Okay. Little technical difficulties, guys. All right. So, as I mentioned, if you can speak, you can sing. So, in day-to-day speech, the average person utilizes a range of between 1 and 2 octaves, which is about 12 to 24 tones, with no problems, no fatigue, and no tensions. We are able to talk, right? I mean, especially as women, we love to talk. Also, most are convinced that singing and speaking are two completely different processes because of certain distinctions. Well, that is incorrect, because we have a set of lungs, we have our vocal cords, we have one mouth, one tongue, and all of that brings together one voice. Granted, there's more to that, but this is actually just one of my proofs that anyone can sing, because we use these same mechanisms to speak. Now, logically, if you're speaking with no problems, fatigue, or tensions, then singing should not be any different. Now, most people perceive that there's more effort required. In a sense, actually, yes, not going to lie nor deny that there. But also, people think it's harder to sing than to speak. Yeah, not necessarily. Really, the main difference is that when singing, the main physical distinction are extremely minor. First of all, a singer has to hold the notes, they have to project the sound, meaning like amplify the sound, and utilize a nuance by affecting certain color tones. In music terminology, color resonance. Now, these modifications, as well as strengthening to the vocal mechanism, are not difficult or stressful to the body. Now, the only difficulty about singing is fixing the bad habits. And this is going to be hard, as I'm going way ahead of where I'm supposed to go. So, what is singing? It's not just pretty sounds coming out of your mouth, okay? Pretty sounds comes after, actually, even for those that have quote-unquote natural talent. Now, singing involves a lot more than just making noises using your vocal cords. Singing is a sound that is created through vibrations flowing through some type of medium, which in this case is air. And most descriptions of how sound is produced, the voice is compared to a wind instrument. Okay, so you blow into a clarinet, for example, and the sound is created by forcing the air to vibrate in the column of this part of the instrument, which is called the resonator, which in this case is our throat and our mouth. Now, when you consider that your singing is like playing a wind instrument, then it's totally easy. So understand that singing is about a lot more than just our vocal cords. It requires control and training of the whole body, not just the cords. Now, just remember that singing is a powerful communication method as well, that also happens to be a lot of fun. Now, again, guys, if you have any questions, please type your questions out. So if you guys had take singing lessons before, and your vocal coach says, use your diaphragm, well, and you have no idea what they're talking about, like, okay, I'm using my diaphragm, I think. Here's what they mean. So, you see this little red thing? This is going to represent the diaphragm. It actually technically looks like a parachute. And when you're breathing, you want to keep your mouth nice and open, and I'm going to demonstrate that in a moment. As you inhale, meaning taking in the breath, you're going to expand, meaning your belly is going to go outwards. Your ribs is going to expand sideways. And as you exhale, pushing the breath out, you're going to slowly pull your stomach back in as your ribs are slowly decreasing, kind of like a balloon. All right, you're blowing air into the balloon, and the actual body of it is expanding. But as you're pushing it out, so exhaling, pushing out the air, it gets thinner, right? So okay. So what do I mean by that? And why am I talking about breath? Well, breath actually affects the pitch. All right. If we do not use our diaphragm, or what I tell my students, the belly breath, we tend to use our throat to sing, which causes a raspy voice. You can end up with a sore throat, or even possibly even lose your voice. For an example, here's me using my throat. La 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 la. I just went Christmas. It's still July. Christmas in July. Hey. Okay, so as you can tell, that did not sound very nice, especially coming out from a vocal coach. Well, we're going to take a ride here, and I'm going to show you what I mean. En mi casa es su casa. Here, so I don't trip. Okay. So what I mean, it's, there we go. Mouth is open, all right? And I'm gonna inhale. See how I did that? So let's all stand up if we can. If you can, just go and sit down, but make sure you're straight. Your back is aligned, your spinal cord aligned, shoulders back and down. And let's place your hand on your belly. Okay? If you're super, super skinny, which first of all, I'm really, really jealous, you can put your hands on the ribs to feel an expansion. So right now, because my computer's really, really low, I have like my boyfriend's voice in my head. You should have the camera taller. But I'm using my computer camera, so no big deal. All right, so let's inhale. And push your hand with your stomach. Now, as you exhale, you're going to gently pull that stomach back in. Let's try that again. Now, but before we do, I'm going to count. We're going to inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. Let's try it. Let's inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 1, pull the stomach slowly through. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. All right, let's try that again. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now this is actually a wonderful exercise that you guys can do if you want to improve on your singing. And you can do this while you're grocery shopping. You guys can do this while you're doing chores in the house or even driving. I find this definitely useful if you have road rage. And if you live in LA, chances are, if you don't have it yet, you're bound to get it, unfortunately. So instead of exposing certain obscene physical mannerisms, or saying some obscene stuff, just breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Breath, by breathing properly, guys, you can fix so many things. Now, a lot of my students, they asked me, and I'm seeing one right now, since I already know how to breathe, how come it's affecting my voice? How come I'm not sounding like this? Well, our lungs in our chest, right? Scientific fact. But, you know, society, we were raised to saying, okay, we're gonna raise our shoulders and raise our chest, right? To breathe. Because I think we get more air that way. Well, unfortunately, guys, society lied. Surprise! So, key thing, when doing this exercise, we're not supposed to lift up our shoulders nor our chest. Because by doing so, well, first of all, you can see how my neck closes, right? Underneath is fat. By that, you can also feel a little tension, and also you're gonna feel tension in your neck while you're doing that while you're singing. Because to sing properly, our main objective is to feel absolutely free, right? So continuing on the actual PowerPoint that I provided for you guys, and don't worry, we're going to get into singing soon. So share screen and present to everyone. There we go. So we went over this. Ta-da! Our vocal cords. Okay, So the power of your voice comes from air that you exhale. All right. So as you're exhaling, right, as you're pushing out air, that's where the voice comes out. Okay. That is when the voice comes out. When we inhale, the diaphragm lowers and the rib cage expands. So if you guys put your hands on your ribs to do the previous exercise, you probably felt it going expanding sideways. Now, as we exhale, the process reverses and the air exits the lungs, creating an airstream in the trachea, aka also known as our windpipe. The airstream provides the energy for the vocal folds in the voice box to produce the actual sound. Now, the stronger the airstream, the stronger the voice. So remember that. The stronger the airstream, the stronger the voice. So meaning you don't have to push, quote unquote, your voice to make you sound louder. In fact, you're actually adding pressure to your throat, to your pharynx, and you're going to be pitchy in tone. So you want to give your voice a good breath support to create steady, strong airstream that helps you clear the sound. So what I mean by that, as you're exhaling, remember how I said that you're going to slowly pull your stomach as you exhale? That's what I mean. As you're pulling your stomach gently back in, that's the actual support. Now, the larynx, aka the voice box, sits on top of the windpipe, the trachea. It contains two vocal folds, as you guys can see right here, that open during the breathing and close during the swallowing. So basically, as we are inhaling, okay, our vocal cords open. But as we're talking, as we're exhaling, the vocal cord, it closes, the vocal cords close. And that's when the actual voice is produced. So the airstream passes between those vocal folds that have come together and vibrates, creating like a buzzing sound, like how a bee sounds. Now, much like the mouthpiece on a trumpet, all of the structure above the folds, including the throat, nose, and the mouth, so the throat, nose, and mouth is the form of air. We can compare these structures, to those of a horn or a trumpet, which is still a form of a horn. Now, the buzzing sound is created by vocal fold vibration and is changed by the shape, so meaning here where it creates the tone, through the resonator tract, aka our throat, to produce our unique human sound. All right. So we talked about breath, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Okay, let's talk about your voice. Now, when I ask my students and what are their goals in singing, a lot of them respond, I want to find my voice. And I usually ask, well, how so? And, they start telling me their experiences. They were either told to hush, that they don't blend in with a choir, if they chose to be a choir or part of a band, they don't sound good, all this negative feedback. And all of us, we can relate to that. I mean, that's why a lot of people don't sing, because they don't think that they sing well. Or actually not think, they actually believe that. Now, these casual and misguided comments serve not to only squash the excitement of singing, but it diminishes the brightness of your personality. So it actually does affect the confidence of people. When we constantly hear these comments in to what they say, and it forms beliefs, and it's actually seeped into our mannerisms, is how we act, of what we believe. Our mannerisms, our confidence, and sense of self-esteem, which carries into our adulthood. Um, and it does not take negative and self-depreciating experiences to warp the way we approach our voices and singing. Such as a vocal coach like me, and an instructor like me, let's help you get out of that way of thinking. The first step is to take an inventory of how you feel about singing in general. Like, how do you feel about your own singing in particular? All right, this includes your body, which is your instrument, okay? It's housed in the mind that controls both. Now, once you've established how you want your voice to feel and sound, the next step is to believe that you are powerful enough to create that relationship, regardless of how impossible it may seem based on your past experiences or your current beliefs and the opinions of other people. I'm going to stop sharing here. Now, for those that don't know my story, okay, and this does not only apply to singing. This applies to life in general. If there's a skill that you want to pursue, whether it be singing, acting, if you want to be an astronomer, if you want to go to college, if someone says that you cannot do it because of a certain reason, that you don't sound good, or that you are a minority, quote unquote, or you come from a poor family, or whatever the circumstance was or is, do not let that current situation you're in affect your future and your goals. Allow it to be an obstacle that you need to overpass to obtain your dreams. Okay? I remember in high school, my guidance counselor told me, because I'm a minority, I'm a female, and I'm also Hispanic, and amongst other things, raised in a single parent home, that I could not move to LA. That I wouldn't succeed in LA. I come from a small town in Massachusetts. I was born there. And because I told her, because I wanted to go to American Musical Dramatic Academy, to AMDA. It's like, yeah, no, I would probably, I would stay here, know what you're actually capable of doing. Because, with your background, you're really honestly not going to go too far. Oh, and mind you, I was also 16, and she said that. So it was my goal. I worked so hard, to audition. I was in all forms of choir in high school. I was also in drama and everything. But I worked hard. I went through the obstacle. I had to fight myself, my mental obstacle. And I got into American Musical Dramatic Academy. I got in. That was my first success. And I moved to Los Angeles. And now I'm doing what I do best, is teaching. I've done the tours, and I get to experience, I get to meet famous people, I get to meet celebrities, I get to, coach vocals for them. You guys can do it. Do not allow any circumstance that you're in or where you're from determine your future. Okay? All right. Enough of that. Let's start singing. So, main reason that people don't sing is because they don't sound good, as we established numerous times during this video. Did you know that less than 4% of the human race is legitimately tone deaf. Yep. So tone deaf is actually a rare congenital disease, okay, that is caused by either you're born with it, it's a brain defect, or caused by some form of brain trauma, cerebral trauma, okay? And they cannot hear. Pitch, by obtaining pitch is a coordination between the ear and the brain. Now, there are people who are obtaining pitch easier than others. And for those that are not able to obtain pitch, does not mean you guys cannot sing, okay? Yes, you can. I don't care what other vocal coaches say. I mean, unless the doctor says that you actually have that rare disease, you guys do have a chance. Just prepare to work. So as we're young, you know, as we're singing, people again feeling it this city, we lose that skill, the coordination between the ear and the head. So that's why as we get older, our singing tends to get worse. So all we have to do is just retrain those ears, right? Okay, here we go. So using the breath that we learned earlier, when we inhale, we're going to expand, our belly goes out, ribs expand. As we exhale, we're going to gently pull everything in. We're going to start in our lower register. So please, guys, use your mouth to inhale, to intake the breath. Never the nose. That's also how you can find a good coach. If they tell you to use your nose to sing, run. Okay? Run. Just no. Reason being, well, take a deep breath with your nose, right? Chest automatically rises. I mean, shoulders automatically rises. The chest automatically rises. And also, you're going to feel a tension right here, right? Yeah. Mouth, scientific fact, mouth is the biggest hole in your face. So, keep it open and do not close it. So, we're going to start here in middle C. I'm going to be playing the piano, but if you play guitar or any other instrument, middle C is where I'm going to start at. We're going to do numbers. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. As we go higher, you guys don't have to actually force your voice to reach those high notes. Approach it lightly, approach it softly. All right. So with me, we're counting all the way to 13. I'm going to take this nice and slow. Belly breath, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe. 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe. 13. So what I'm doing here is we're raising by half a step. Okay, so all pitches, all tones, they raise or lower by half a pitch. Okay, and I'm talking about the distance here. So we're raising, this is all half pitches. Every single tone in music. Back to C. So in music, we have 7 letters. Okay, We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There is no H. Okay? So, and basically it repeats itself. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, going higher, right? And also going lower. Now, as we go higher, the alphabet, the musical alphabet, goes forwards. Forwards. See, they're called by Bostonian. As we go lower, the letters go backwards. Thinking as I'm speaking, watching out my dialect here. All right, let's try this again. Let's inhale, belly breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe. 11, 12, 13. Now, let's go backwards. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So you're probably wondering why I'm not using letters in the musical alphabet. It's for a couple actually reasons. Because if I go up, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, it might confuse people who are learning music theory. So that's why we're sticking with numbers here. Okay. My point was for when we're descending lower notes, we're going to count backwards. Inhale again. Let's try this. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe. 7, 8, 9. Breathe. 10, 11, 12, 13. Breathe. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's go lower. All right. Starting from 13. Let's inhale. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, how can you guys tell if you're on or off pitch? So, for those that are watching this live, please write the response in the question box. Okay. Let's see questions. All right. Just want to make sure I can see all of you. Hope you guys are good. Okay, yeah, good. Making sure that you guys are okay. That's all. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys what you think. If I'm higher than the pitch I'm playing on the piano or lower. Now, fair warning, I'm not going to sound good. All right, I'm doing this on purpose. Am I higher or am I lower? High, high, higher. Yes, high, low, low. Okay, I'm seeing mostly higher, so good. So that's also a great indication that you guys are not tone deaf, that you're able to distinguish if I'm higher or lower. And I see a couple lows. Okay. Let's try a couple more. Am I lower or higher than the note I am playing? Low, 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 low. Ooh, all lows. Yes! Great job, guys. Very low. Okay. Yes. So this is down there. Yes, I am seeing lower than the pitch. Now, you guys have to be honest with yourselves, all right? You have to hear the note that's actually being played at, or the songs that are being played. And then ask yourself, am I higher or lower? And how can I fix that? Well, say that you're above the pitch, okay? What I want you guys to do is do a swerve, a curve with your voice. For example, until you hit that note. Now, it's going to take time. Some of you don't know how to yet go lower because, you know, you're quote unquote stuck at that pitch. You can't go any lower than what you're comfortable with. Well, this curve is going to help you. All right. We're going to do some exercises to help with that. So if I'm above, and also you can use physical mannerisms. So, okay, I know I'm high, so my head, therefore my hand is going to be high. Okay, now if you're lower than the note, same concept. So I can, I realize I'm lower, right? So my hand's gonna be down here. And I know I need to go up, so I'm gonna do a curve. Yes. So the more you practice these exercises, the easier it's going to get. All right. Again, I can only coach you guys. I can only teach you guys so much, but I need you guys to actually do the work so you guys can hear and also feel the improvements with your voice. So what we're going to do from high to low. So ladies, we're going to start from males. Let's try this. 4, 3, 2, inhale. Make sure you're taking a breath in between each change. guys can go, if you guys can go, oh, that's okay. All right. Now for the next 15 minutes, I am going to dedicate this for questions. So let me go ahead and check out what questions we have for today. All right, so hi Susan. Okay, so your question is the okay. So Susan is asking about so she's in choir, and they put her into alto. Now she's asking me, is alto the kind of voice? Is that her voice? Actually, technically speaking, it's a yes and no question answer, and I'll explain why. So they might place you in alto in the choir because alto is the lowest female singing voice. Okay, it's also called the contralto. And basically, when you participate in the choir director is going to place you where he or she seems like your voice is most comfortable. It does not mean that's your voice. Okay, for an example, I'm what's called a mezzo-soprano, so I'm in between soprano and alto. Most females are actually mezzo-sopranos, but I sing soprano, I sing alto, and I've sung tenor. That was interesting. So that's your voice for the choir part, but that's not your voice. Your voice is going to be a unique thing. Okay, let's see. Let's check out some other exercises. Okay. Yes. Okay. Is posture important? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Posture is actually critical to becoming a good singer. Singing involves the whole body. So you need to align your whole body. So you have to keep your neck straight. So your ears are aligned over your shoulders. Don't put your head out. You guys are not a turkey. Keep it nice and aligned. Keep your shoulders down and back. If you're standing up, you want to keep your hips aligned, like towards the shoulders. You want to keep your spine straight, not curved. Your chest is lifted, but not when breathing. Okay, not like this. And I don't mean stick out your chest like that. Excuse me. You want to keep it nice and straight. You don't want to collapse. All right. This automatically happens when you're sitting straight. You want to keep your hips slightly tucked so that the spine stays straight. You want to keep your knees flexible, especially if you guys are in the choir. Never lock your knees. They're so horrible. So good posture will eventually come naturally if you practice it. Try sitting down, towards the edge of the seat. All right. It's definitely going to help you. Okay. Ooh, okay. How do I train your voice? Well, okay. First, you want to find a good vocal coach. I actually do have a video here on YouTube explaining how to find a good vocal coach. Vocal coaches are trained for all types of voices, and please allow us to evaluate your voice, and then we're going to also help you train your voice. All right, just like the body to an athlete. Also, learn proper breathing techniques. I cannot emphasize that enough. Learn how to breathe properly. Use that diaphragm breath that I mentioned earlier in the video. Also, keep hydrated. And also set realistic goals. All right. No one can become like Whitney Houston overnight. No one can become like Kelly Clarkson overnight. Everyone has a unique voice. You guys have your voice. But to improve that voice, it does take time, and that includes all the quote unquote natural singers. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Um, I heard that your diet affects your singing. Is this true? Yes, it so does. Keeping actually in great physical shape is not like a vanity activity for the singer. It's not like for like record labels like, to sell them and stuff like that. It's actually a professional necessity. Um, and I understand like we're all busy. It's hard to keep a good diet, and plus I'm a foodie. I'm not gonna lie, you can kind of see that the food, but it is important to watch what you eat and how much you eat. Like I had like this thing for tacos like this past like couple months, and living in LA, actually I live in Hollywood, and there's taco trucks everywhere. Um, and so yeah, especially where I know there's like three good taco trucks, but I can't have tacos every day. I have to have my local scenic meals. Okay, I understand. We're busy, and also too actually thank you for asking that. uh Speaking of busy life schedules, I use this product called Usana, and I use their shakes. Oh my gosh, they saved my life so many times when I don't have actually time to eat, like especially if I have like class, I don't have time to eat. So I will have my NutriShake, my Smart Shake, with me. If you guys want more information on that, I'm I'm going to put up my email so you guys can message me on that. But it's delicious and it's good. And also when I do have like that 15-minute break, I'll grab like a protein snack bar. It's so good. It's so good, and it satisfies you. It satisfies you, and I've been very grateful that I've actually found this product, because I don't know what I would do without it, to be quite honest. Um, but yes, you want to, going back to answer your question, you want to keep like exercising. Swimming is actually the best form of exercise for singers. It especially for breathing. So like a good cardio too, by exercising improves actually singing by increasing cardiovascular strength and breath and stamina. A good sweat actually stimulates your endorphins and strengthens like the overall muscle tone. And also too, sports can actually help you sing higher, clear, and less strain, and more energy, and also emotion. Because every time we sing, we get so tensed up. It's always important to free up. Okay, so let's see some more questions. Oh, okay. Is alcohol bad for your voice? Yes. um, yes. That brings a good point of vocal health. So, alcohol dehydrates you. Yes, you technically can have a more good time singing because you don't care and have fun, but it hydrates you. If you're a singer and you're doing and you have a band and you're playing at places and you're allowed to drink, make sure you drink water with lemon. Any form of citrus actually enhances the hydration. It helps you hydrate more. So room temperature water with like a lemon, and then you can have your alcohol. But if you can, try to avoid it at all costs. Like any form of caffeine dehydrates you as well, even though I love tea. So usually when I have like a cup of green tea, I always have like a lemon with it. And also honey too helps you rehydrate as well. Okay, this is from Nick. Cold water or hot water? Room temperature water. Room temperature water is the best. When you're drinking cold water, kind of like shocks your larynx. So yeah, room temperature water is the best. And if you're sick, I recommend hot water. Clean hot water with a lemon or a lime to help you have that soothness like down your throat and everything. It's a lot of vocal health questions. Okay. Answer that one. Similar. Ooh. Okay. So JC wants to know, are people that whom have natural talent. Where did you go? Well, basically, the question was, for those that have natural talent, do they have? Are they considered as advanced level? No, no. My first no in a long while. Even those that have natural talent to sing, they still have to have training, because they can actually lose their voice sooner, thinking that, oh, I can sing perfectly. No, you guys can't sing perfectly. You have to learn technique if you want to enhance your voice. It's definitely important to do so. When I sing higher, I have this squeezing sensation. How can I improve? Okay, fantastic question. So remember that whole breath thing? So what we want to do is when we inhale, right? And as we're about to sing that high note, we're going to pull our stomach a little bit faster to give that support. So singing the higher notes require less breath but more support, as in the lower register, we need more breath and less support. All right, guys. Unfortunately, that's all the time that I have for today. I am going to post a new series up. Please like my page on Facebook, Rosita Ana Usag, on current events that I'm having. I do have webinars all week. I also am a language coach. So if you have a child that needs help in Spanish, I'm your go-to girl. You can find me on takelessons.com. I'm everywhere. But I also teach Japanese. So if you guys need help, hi, Nihongo hanashimasu. Yo también puedo hablar español, and of course, English. So yeah, guys, do not hesitate to contact me. You can email me at rosita@rositaruiz.com. That's ROSITA @ Rosita, ROSITA, Ruiz, RUIZ.com. Since this webinar is recorded, it's going to be on YouTube for those that came in late. You guys can watch the whole thing from the top, and also all my information stuff is going to be on the description thing. All right, guys, it was wonderful seeing you. It was wonderful talking to you guys, and I look forward to doing this again. Please leave out comments below of what questions you have. I'll be more than happy to do any videos on a topic about singing. Also, check out my language videos on my YouTube channel. It's under Rosita Ruiz as well. And also, you can check me out at takelessons.com. All right, guys. Chao, nos vemos. Bye.